Hello, boys, and welcome back to yet another episode of I Suck at Fantasy Football. Unfortunately, I did delete the entirety of the last video when I was about halfway done with it, so no intro today. And yes, I am using my left 4Life shoe as my microphone today. This is not sponsored. However, I wear the shoe pretty much every day, which makes it both my most comfortable and stinkiest microphone thus far. Anyway, we got a great episode ahead of us. However, before I'd like to make an announcement, remember, in November, Evan sent us this question. We've been over little yappy dogs red flags, but how do we feel about a woman with 2 pet chinchillas? Now, so here's the thing. For that as a red flag, no comment, but it's what he said next that bewildered me. He followed that up by saying they look like large hamsters but have tails and hop around like little kangaroos, to which I responded with, do you think we've never heard of a chinchilla before? Now here's the thing, Evan never responded to my question. And I'm not kidding when I say I have thought about that text message pretty much every day since November, and I thought I was going crazy. So in order to prove that I'm not crazy here for thinking that that was an insane thing that Evan did, I made a Google survey that got 96 responses, all from people aged 30 and younger. And one of the questions was, do you know what a chinchilla is? And an overwhelming 87.5% of people said yes. And then the next question is, would you expect your peers to know what a chinchilla is? Which 82% of people also said yes on that. I had always thought that knowing what a chinchilla is pretty common knowledge, but I guess it's not as common as I was expecting. I was expecting answers in like the high 90%. Also, the most shocking thing about that, at least to me, is the disparity in people who know what a chinchilla is and people who think their peers don't, which generally tells me that at least 3% of people think that they're more knowledgeable than their peers about chinchillas. Alright, now that I've spent a minute talking about this, let's get into the reports. So, starting off with the man of the hour here, Evan. So in Oxford, you're going to be cloudy and rainy pretty much a majority of the week, with a lot of the rain coming on Friday. Your warmest day is going to be Thursday at 73, but it's going to be pretty overcast that day. And then your coldest day is looking like Saturday, which is also looking to be your sunniest day with a high of only 58. And then, Evan, things for you to do. I have found a petting zoo in Oxford called Mary's Fun Farm. It's pretty good reviews, honestly, on Facebook. I think you should check it out so that you can learn about mammals. Their most recent post is a picture that says, there is no greater privilege than being able to love a horse and no greater honor than to be loved by one. So Clay, this place sounds like the perfect spot for you. You should go to celebrate Bitcoin hitting 69K and definitely bring a woman here. So on the fellas tracker for Cal, it just says Homestead Creamery every day. I'm not kidding when I say this. It says crap. Yeah, it says Homestead Creamery every day. Just ignore the fact that it's backwards. So Cal, considering that you're spending so much time there, I can only assume that what you're doing there is producing milk and eating grass, or potentially being slaughtered to make ground beef. I also looked up things that cows like to do, and one of them says that cows like to laze, L-A-Z-E, and it says cows spend 10 to 12 hours a day lying down, but most of that is well-earned relaxation time. So, Cal, wow, your name even sounds like Cal. You should utilize your narcolepsy to laze, like how cows do. That's what you should do this week. So next up, we're doing Ford. So weather South Boston this week. Expect some rain tomorrow and Saturday. With your nicest day being Thursday, high of 67, partly cloudy. You're going to get mostly sun that day. Yeah, beautiful weather this time of year, especially in early March. So, I actually did find something going on in South Boston this week. So on Sunday, there are 2 different paint parties going on. One is about swans nesting, and that's at the Berry Hill Resort and Conference Center. And then there's another one just called Paint Party at Darby's Tavern. For the sake of the paint party industry in South Boston, I really hope that these are the same event. However, I like to imagine that these are 2 separate events at 2 separate locations at the same time on Sunday. And I don't know what a paint party is. So when I see Swans Nesting Paint Party, I pretty much just pictured a rendition of Black Swan, but with a ton of paint. Like multicolored painted swan. Pushon, high of 9,416 degrees, low of 9,396. And then as for things for you to do this week, just keep pushing that minimum wage up. You're doing great, buddy. So weather in DC this week doesn't look that great this time of year, in all honesty. It's cloudy all week, and then expect a lot of winds Sunday. Wind gusts up to 19 miles an hour. That's not awesome. But that means that everybody should play golf this Sunday. Because that would be so funny. Expect rain tomorrow on Wednesday. And then also your warmest day is going to be Thursday with a high of only 62. Overcast pretty much all week, it's looking like. Also, Scott, congratulations on finally accepting your defeat and doing your I Suck at Fantasy Football challenge this past Sunday. Welcome to the club. Or I guess you should be welcoming me, except you did yours so late. Also, Ford, I don't know if you remember me saying a few weeks back that you should just figure out if Trump's on the ballot or not. Great job with that. Now I know he will be. So something fun that y'all can do this week up in DC, or in Arlington more specifically, is at the Central Library in Arlington, Virginia this Friday. There's a free stand-up comedy class, and I think Kyle should really go to this and only have one joke, and it's based around the phrase Kyle High Club. Kyle, I think that could make a great date for you and Grace. Okay, Reg, I have found the perfect event for you. In Arlington, is that Friday? At Friday, there is something called Free Coffee and English Conversation, and that is free coffee and a place where people can work on their English. And Regis, I think you really need that. I think that would be a great way for you to spend your Friday. Especially learn how to type, because reading some of your text messages is they're encrypted. There's also a free microchipping event this Saturday that I think Ishan would do a great job at. It looks like it's meant for dogs. However, I think just being able to keep tabs on where Ishan has been would be very beneficial for a lot of people. So, Rob, I tried looking up things for you, and I looked to see if Posties had any events going on this week. They don't. Their March Mixer is March 21st. When I looked up the Instagram page, the top, I don't know if all the suggested pages for me to follow were OnlyFans models, but the top 3 were. So I think you should absolutely go to Posties March Mixer March 21st. Alright, we're running low on time here, but Brett moving down south to Charlotte. Expect rain Wednesday and Saturday. It looks like today, Tuesday, will be your nicest day with a high of 71, with a close following being Thursday with a high of 69. They'll actually probably be your nicest day because it's only going to be partly cloudy instead of completely overcast. Looks like your coldest day is going to be Sunday with a high of 60. Brett, I think I found an event that you would really like. It's called Homeschool Explorers. It's at 10 p.m. at March 6th, which is an insane time to have your kids who are homeschooled attend an event. It looks like it's a special offering for homeschool families that combines facilitated programming with self-guided exploration. And if your kid's homeschooled, which means you can do whatever with them, I don't know why it has to be at 10 p.m., but you should go. You should go and pose as someone who's going to homeschool their kid and just make fun of everyone there. Just be like, why? Why are you putting your kid through this? Could be a very fun activity. So Scott is in Destin, Florida. He went all the way down there, and he is having colder weather than here in Blacksburg. His warmest day is only 73. It was 75 here today. And then it's going to be rainy and thunderstorms on Saturday, so have fun there. Which, if I recall, Briggs is also going down there later in the week, so have fun going down just for a washout on Saturday. Things to do, nothing. Don't do anything. That's why people go to vacation in Florida. They go there to turn off their brains. And yeah. And then for Sutton and Makosi, I don't know, you guys should build something, operate a crane, maybe get forklift certified, I don't know. Anyway, thank you all for tuning in. Have a wonderful week, and stay tuned for the next episode.